Hey, it's Alex with Lover Fighter Writer, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the new, extremely popular AI chat tool from OpenAI, which is called ChatGPT. If you're watching this video, I'm guessing there's a pretty good chance that you've already heard of ChatGPT, but just to provide a little bit of my own explanation, and in case anyone watching this hasn't heard of it before, I'm going to do a brief explanation of what it is after I show you how to get into it. So in order to access this page right here, welcome to ChatGPT, you can log in or create an account. You just go to chat.openai.com and it'll redirect you to this page where you can log in if you have an account with OpenAI already, or you can sign up. And when you click on sign up, you need to give them an email. You need to go through a image captcha to confirm that you're not a robot, because they don't let robots use their robot tools. You have to be a human to use the robot tools. And then you'll have to put in, I think, a phone number, possibly a little bit of other information, and then you can get access to ChatGPT for free. Now, I'm pretty sure that it's limited, but I haven't run into any limitations yet, and I've experimented with it a little bit, and I've seen other people talking about how they've experimented with it a lot and used it for a bunch of different things, and they haven't run into any limitations yet. So it seems like it's a pretty, you get like a lot of AI credits just for signing up for a free account, and the fact that it's free and the fact that it's a really good tool, really easy to use, really useful, and it is has many applications, has just kind of exploded its popularity, which overall I think is really good for the industry of AI writing, because it's now, whereas previously the only people who really knew about or cared about AI writing were people who were using it for like business purposes or things like that. And now it's starting to get a much broader appeal, and a lot more people are starting to be to look at it and be interested in it. So basically, you come here, you can click on sign up, go through the steps like I mentioned, and then once you have an account and you confirm your email address, you'll be able to get access to the ChatGPT dashboard, I guess you could call it, which is this right here. And so basically, you can go to dark mode if you want. You can join the OpenAI Discord, which I did. I haven't looked at it too much yet, but I did jump in there. You can go to their updates and fact page, and you can log out. And then this down here, this little text box with this button, is where you put in the commands or the messages that you want ChatGPT to respond to, and then you just hit that button. And if at any time you want to start a new chat, you just click on new chat up here. Now, one of the drawbacks of this tool, it is a very powerful tool. It is an advancement in terms of language processing, in terms of the quality of the outputs that it creates compared to its previous model, which is uses GPT-3. This one uses GPT 3.5. And it seems to be an advancement over most of the other language models out there, and there are quite a few. But one of the limitations is, first of all, there's only this one tool. You can pretty much tell it to do whatever you want, but there's still only one way to use it, and there's no like memory. Like if I were to put in a few commands here and get a few outputs, and then I hit new chat, then everything just kind of gets erased and I don't have access to it anymore. And I actually, when I was experimenting with it and stuff, I had a tab going where I was just experimenting with it a little bit, and then I accidentally closed that tab and I lost it all. But anyways, right here it gives a few examples of how you can use ChatGPT. Like you can say explain quantum computing in simple terms, or you can ask it to explain other things in simple terms or in layman's terms, things like that. You can say, got any creative ideas for a 10-year-old birthday? It would probably give you like a list of themes or activities for a child's birthday party. How do I make an HTTP request in JavaScript? That's actually one of the really cool things about this tool, is that it doesn't just generate text, it can also generate code. And it's not perfect, as they acknowledge right here, but apparently it does a really good job of generating code outputs based on inputs that you request, and that's really impressive, and that's another huge leap forward in terms of the capabilities of this technology. So its capabilities right here, it remembers what the user said earlier in the conversation. So if I talk to it about a few things and then I start talking about something else, and then I go back to the original topic, or I ask it to refer back to something earlier in the conversation, it can do that. It allows the user to provide follow-up corrections. So if I give it an input and it gives me an output, but I don't quite like the answer, then I can say like, provide another answer but without using this information or without taking this perspective or something like that. And then you can also, it's trained to deny inappropriate requests. So if you were to try and use it for something like basically inappropriate or illegal, then it should not respond that way. Although, according to the limitations, it may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. So I would just recommend not doing that, obviously, because if they happen to notice that you're doing that, you might lose your account in any case, and it's probably just going to not work in most cases. It may occasionally generate incorrect information, which is true of all AI writers at this point. I'm sure at some point in the future, they will start to incorporate fact-checking capabilities, but that isn't here yet. However, ChatGPT with GPT 3.5 does seem to do a slightly better job of getting things factually correct than its predecessors. And it has a limited of knowledge of the world and events after 2021. So that's, again, a common limitation for AI language models, is that you have to train them on a specific set of information, and in order to properly train it, it takes a while, and then by the time it's trained, new stuff has happened, and it's kind of not really possible, to my understanding at this point, with the technology the way it is, to just constantly have it learning from new stuff all the time, every day. So that's kind of a quick overview of that. And just to provide a quick explanation, I don't know if I really gave a full answer to what ChatGPT is, but basically it is a chat-based AI writing tool, but it's not really just a writer. Like I said, it can also generate code, and it's meant to be conversational, whereas most AI writing tools, which I use a lot of, you can see other videos about them on this channel, they have like specific tools where you give an input and you get an output based on a certain context, whereas the idea behind this is that it's a conversation, so you can provide whatever context you want and it will respond. So I'm just going to start off with, what is ChatGPT? And something nice and simple that it should. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure I asked this question before. Okay, let's see. So GPT-3 is a language generation model developed by OpenAI. It is one of the largest and most powerful language models currently available, with a capacity of 175 billion parameters. GPT-3 is trained on a massive amount of diverse data and can generate human-like text in a wide range of styles and formats, including news articles, stories, poems, and more. It can also perform a variety of language tasks such as translation, summarization, and question answering, making it a useful tool for a variety of applications. Okay, so this is interesting. It's saying that it's not aware of GPT 3.5 and it's not aware of ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure I asked it this before and it did answer, so maybe they've changed something. Let me just try this one more time. Write a simple explanation of what ChatGPT is. Just try asking it a different way, see what it says. Okay, so this is interesting. This is not really the direction that I was planning on taking this video, but I'm just going to roll with it because, like I was saying, I asked it this question like a day or two ago, and it did give me an answer. And I have another tool that uses GPT 3.5, which I just like an hour ago asked the same question, probably less than an hour actually, and it gave me an answer. So I'm just going to switch over to that tool now. And so this is the Facebook group for one of my favorite AI writing softwares, which is called Jasper. And I'm an affiliate for Jasper. I promote it in some of my videos and on my blog. And so if you want to check it out, there's an affiliate link in the description where you can get some free access to Jasper. It's a really great tool for business and marketing related content, as well as creative writing and just idea generation, brainstorming, that kind of thing. And this is a post from Dave Rogan-Moser, who is he's the CEO of Jasper. And so this is just from December 12, which is 5 days ago at this point. And he's just saying, as you know, we are constantly updating, tweaking, refining, training, and improving our AI models behind the scenes. So basically they use GPT-3, which is kind of the current model put out by OpenAI. But OpenAI is in the process of releasing GPT 3.5, which is what's used in ChatGPT. And so it's not really, there's no public API for it yet, which means you can't use GPT 3.5 in your own publicly available tools yet. You can only really use it via the ChatGPT tool right here. However, Jasper is one of the earliest adopters of GPT-3 and the OpenAI software in a commercial sense. Like they were one of the first AI writing tools to be created that uses it. And I think that they have kind of like more access to it or better access to it than most other companies because they're grandfathered into certain privileges that not everyone has. So basically what he's saying in this tool is he's just kind of saying, we're always working on improving this stuff. And right now they're working on incorporating GPT 3.5 into more aspects of Jasper, and they're planning on releasing that in the near future. And then there's a link right here where it's like a beta tool where you can test using GPT 3.5 with Jasper. And so I open that, and this is it. This is in my Jasper account, and this is the beta tool that uses GPT 3.5. And you can see right here, you can just put your command to Jasper, and I just said explain in layman's terms what ChatGPT is, and it gave me a pretty solid answer. It said ChatGPT is a type of artificial intelligence technology that enables computers to have written conversations with humans. It uses a process called natural language generation to generate realistic and appropriate responses to questions or statements from people. ChatGPT works by recognizing patterns in the input it receives and using them to generate a response. Essentially, it has been trained to recognize certain types of words and phrases and then use them to generate an appropriate response. This allows the computer to have meaningful conversations with humans, even if the specific conversation topic is new or unfamiliar. At its core, ChatGPT is an application of natural language processing, NLP, which is a branch of AI focused on understanding human language. Its primary components are large data sets that can be used to recognize patterns in text, deep learning algorithms that can be used to interpret those patterns, and natural language generators that can create coherent responses based on those inputs. In other words, ChatGPT takes information from conversation partners, runs it through its NLP models, and produces responses that sound as if they were written by another person, sometimes even better than human written replies. So that's a pretty good response there. And this is Jasper, and they've got all kinds of different tools. Like I said, you can check out some other videos that I have on them, and you can use my link if you want to get a free trial. But just to come back to GPT or ChatGPT here, so there's a lot of different ways that you can use this. Like I said, you can use it to write pretty much anything. You can use it to answer questions about most stuff. You can use it to answer questions about coding and programming. You can even use it to generate code. If that's what if you're a beginner programmer and you need some help learning or help answering a certain question, fixing a certain problem, you can use it for that. And a lot of people are talking about it's going to replace every AI writer. It's going to be this, it's going to be that. I don't agree with any of that because this is a really cool tool, and obviously it's amazing that they're offering it for free right now. But based on what I know about the industry and just from a marketing perspective, I think that this is pretty much two things. First of all, by making it free, and with the consequence that it's gotten viral, they are getting over 1 million users who are providing learning opportunities for the AI and feedback on how the tool works and everything. So this is very, very useful for OpenAI in continuing to develop this tool. But also, the fact that it's free has caused it to go massively viral, which has massively increased the awareness of AI writing technology, which means more people are now going to be interested in using this and incorporating it into their business in different ways, which can just massively inflate the amount of money that OpenAI can make selling these tools to developers who are then going to turn it into custom tools, which they will sell to the end users. So I don't think that this specific tool is really equipped to replace other AI writers, and I don't think that's its purpose at all. I just think that that's the way a lot of people are looking at it, because it is very easy to use, and it's free, and it's very exciting. But I don't think that it is intended to replace other tools, and I don't think it's going to replace other tools. Now, like I said, you can use it to write pretty much anything. I've seen people talk about how they used it to write essays or blog posts or ad copy. I experimented with that a little bit. I still prefer other tools like Jasper or some of the other ones that I use for business-oriented writing. But one of the things that I really like about ChatGPT, now I'm going to do another video in the near future where I discuss a bunch of different ways that you can use this. But for right now, I'm just going to kind of give it the main way that I think most people can benefit from using this. And that is to just kind of use it as a quick learning tool. So for example, I'm just going to start off with write a list of ways to use AI writing to benefit a business. It's interesting because the last time that I did this, I actually wrote write a list of business applications for ChatGPT, and it gave me a really great answer. But I didn't want to do that this time because it's been saying up here that it doesn't know what ChatGPT is, even though it knew what it is a couple days ago. Anyways, though, so now it's going to write an answer. There are many ways that businesses can use AI writing to benefit their operations, including automating content generation, improving accuracy and consistency, enhancing customer experience, optimizing content for search engines, increasing productivity, reducing language barriers, improving efficiency and internal communication. Okay, so I'm just going to go with the first one here, automating content creation. So basically, this is kind of like the main way that I think you can use this tool to learn most things, and also to use it to kind of help you generate ideas for your business and potentially grow your business. So the first time I asked it, write a list of ways to use AI writing to benefit a business, and the first one it came out with was automating content generation. So now I'm going to say, write a step-by-step process for using AI writing to automate content creation. And hit the button. And now it's going to give me a general step-by-step process for using AI writing to automate content creation. Determine the purpose and goals of the content. Before using AI writing tools to automate content creation, it is important to have a clear understanding of what the content is intended to accomplish. This may include increasing brand awareness, driving traffic to a website, or generating leads. So that's really good off the bat. Like, it's giving you a few terms that you could look up if you're kind of new to marketing. You don't know what those mean, then you would want to research, like, what is brand awareness? What is traffic to a website? What does generating leads mean? And you can either, open a new window and go to Google to do that, or you can just do it right in here. Second step is identify the target audience. It is also important to understand who the content is intended for and what types of messaging and language will be most effective in engaging that audience. Now, that's also great advice. Again, if you didn't know what a target audience was, it's something that you could ask ChatGPT to define for you, or you could quickly look it up on Google. And this is one of the main pieces of advice that I give to business owners when they come to me asking how they can create a marketing campaign or improve their marketing campaigns, is that you really have to identify who you want to talk to, and that's going to inform what you say as well as where you put your marketing materials or your ads or your content or whatever it is. Next step is gather relevant data. In order to produce high quality content, AI writing tools often require a large amount of data to train on. This may include examples of existing content that aligns with the desired style and tone, as well as data about the target audience and the topic of the content. 4, select and configure the AI writing tool. Okay, so this is getting a little bit more detailed. It's kind of assuming that you're creating your own AI writing tool. It's talking about training it. And this is another advantage to tools like Jasper because they come pre-trained. Just for example, like if I go to templates here, they have all these templates. They have templates for writing ads. They have templates for writing blogs. They have e-commerce templates. They have copywriting frameworks. They have marketing templates. So that's just, one of the advantages of using a commercial tool as opposed to something like ChatGPT, which is really kind of an experimental tool that's being made available to the public for free so that they can expand awareness and at the same time get a ton of feedback and a ton of logged user hours. But personally, for things like marketing materials, blogging, stuff like that, I'll still be using my main AI writing tools for now. Use the AI writing tool to generate content, publish and distribute the content, monitor and optimize the content. So this is really good information. And again, you can. So what I started with, as you remember, was write a list of ways to use AI writing to benefit a business. Then I picked one of those ways and I asked it to provide more information, or rather a step-by-step process on how to do that. And now if there was like anything that I didn't understand or anything that I wanted to have explained more, I could pick that out. And so let's go with target audience. So I could ask, what is a target audience and how do I find mine? Target audience is a specific group of people that a business or organization is trying to reach with its marketing or communication efforts. Identifying a target audience is an important step in creating effective marketing communication strategies, as it helps to focus resources and efforts on the people who are most likely to be interested in a business's products or services. There are several steps that businesses can take to find their target audience. Define the product or service, identify potential customers, gather and analyze data. And so again, you can just kind of, whenever you want to kind of develop an idea or develop a strategy or develop a plan, you can ask ChatGPT to help you with that. And then from any, if the instructions that it provides are difficult to understand, or like you're lacking context for any of them, then you can just ask it to provide that context. And with each command, you just go deeper and deeper and deeper into figuring it all out. And then at the end, you can just scroll up and you've got all these instructions on how to do whatever it is that you're trying to do, which in this case would be, using AI writing for business, specifically for marketing and content creation. Specifically, now it's teaching me what is a target audience and how do I find one. And you can use it for all kinds of different stuff. So it's a really cool tool. Again, you can go to chat.openai.com in order to sign up for a free account and check it out. I'm going to be continuing to experiment with this and create a few more videos about it, including probably the next one that I'll do will be about different ways that you can use this as a business owner. So if you're interested in that, be sure to subscribe. If you find this video helpful, please give it a share, give it a like. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next video and look forward to experimenting with this tool some more. Take care.